All right, today we're changing out this power steering pump on this 2016 Jeep Wrangler JK. We have an A premium power steering pump. This is quality parts, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, for a price you would not believe, you get the power steering pump with a pulley already installed. Okay, most pumps, they don't come with the pulley installed. So this saves you a lot of hassle. You don't need that special service tool to get the pulley off your old one. And it's just a direct swap replacement. This is pretty nice. I'm excited to get this on and give this a try. Don't forget to get your A premium power steering pump. Check out the link in the description to get yours today. Okay, so now we need to just remove the intake, the air box, and this intake pipe right here. We've got a couple bolts and some lines we need to remove. Once we get this out, it's going to open up a lot of room for us to get in there and actually work where the power steering pump is, which is located underneath of that air box. Couple clamps. This is a really simple job to do. One sensor to unplug. Just grab and pull the lower filter housing. Okay, this gives us a good view of where the pump is located, right here. And the next step is to remove the belt.
Other way. Maybe.
The belt tensioner is a 1/2 inch drive. All right, so we don't need to completely take the belt off, but just off of the power steering pump pulley and get it out of the road so that when we go to work on the power steering pump and take the pump off, we can take it off. All right, the next step is to open up the power steering fluid system, and we're gonna drain the fluid. So we want some sort of catch device like this pan here. We're gonna put it underneath so we can catch all the fluid. We are just removing this spring tension clamp now so that we can take this hose off.
Maybe. Just a big mess.
Okay, this is your power steering reservoir. We've removed it. You can see on the inside of here, there's actually a screen that's in there. And that catches any contamination. So what we want to do in this case, seeing as there is some contamination in here, is we're actually going to back flush it to push all the debris back out this way where it came. Make sure it's very clean so that when we put this in and put new fluid in there, we have no chance of any contamination getting into the new pump. All right, we just break that high pressure line free from the pump. Take that off. All right, we use a 18mm line wrench.
One clippy there.
Fasteners to remove here. These are going to be 13mm. One down in the back as well.
And one on the bottom, which is kind of a blind. There we go. If I can get on it with the ratchet.
Okay, here's the bottom bolt. It's a little more difficult to get eyes on from up top especially. So it's in that little hole where my finger is.
It's very slippery hands right now.
Okay, we've got all the fasteners out now. Patience is key at this moment in time. We're just trying to get the pump out, but there's a piece on the pump, I'll grab the new one and show you, that gets stuck, and it makes it difficult to get the pump that's in there out. Just trying to thread that bolt out.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. We've got the pump out. You can see the pump actually gets mounted to this bracket or saddle, if whatever you want to call it, and that gets bolted to the engine. So we need to get the 3 bolts out of the bracket to get the whole thing off, and then we're going to transfer this bracket over to the new pump, and then we'll put that back onto the vehicle. All right, these bolts are 13 millimeter. You want to make sure you take all those off the bracket so we can transfer them over. All right, so we need to take these 13 millimeter bolts out. And now we're ready to transfer this new pump over. Pretty simple, we just get these started in here. Once we get these tightened down, we're gonna torque them down to 18 foot-pounds. All right, we're ready to go back onto the vehicle. Simply line the pump up with the mounting holes and start your bolts.
Yours.
All right, once you get all 3 of these mounting bolts snug down, we're gonna torque those down to 18 foot-pounds. Okay, now we're just fishing the belt back down through. We're getting it ready to go back onto the pulley.
Should not have to get this much.
Make sure that the belt is aligned on all of the pulleys, and then we can proceed to putting the lines on. All right, now we just thread in and tighten down the high pressure power steering line. By the way, we're going to torque that down to 23 foot-pounds. Okay, now let's install the reservoir. We've installed the hose onto the pump. Now we're just going to install the return hose to the reservoir. Install the reservoir to the chassis. Now install the tension clamp down the hose. Ensure that it's secure. All right, so it's time now to add fluid. We're gonna be using ATF +4 certified fluid. And once we get the reservoir somewhat filled up, what we're gonna do is actually dry steer the steering system. And that's going to allow the steering rack to pull fluid in and basically purge any of the air out of the system. All right, so basically you just want to steer full lock to full lock approximately 10 to 15 times. Then we'll go back and add some more fluid and do that again. And we pretty much do that until the fluid level is no longer going down. And then in which case we will finish up some of the rest of the stuff and then we can finally start it. Okay, so now we just need to install the lower portion of the air box and the air filter. So we'll line up the holes with the dowels, simply press into place. Now install the air filter. That's all there is to it, a premium power steering pump. This is the pump to get, decently priced, and I'm excited to give this thing a try. So, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, found it helpful. Subscribe, and don't forget to check out all our other videos. See ya.